Hello everyone, my name is Justin Jackson, and today I will be presenting a bash script using a Linux server on VMware. So to start off, I set up a simple Linux server on VMware with a script that has a purpose of pinging the internet, pulling the latency from the output, finding an average, and then emailing it to a specific email. All this being done at a certain time of the day, which I can preset to whatever I want, whether that be one every minute, one every hour, or etc. So let's jump into this. As you can see here, this is my script. This first line just declares that this is a script. Next, I have initialized two integers, sum and total, to 0. And then we move into the for loop. As you can see, this increments through 10 pings, all going to the internet. I then used a pipe to pull the latency from the output using grep with regex. The regex allows me to be quite granular in finding just the numbers for the latency, which allows me to do some easy math a little later on, which brings me to the do portion of the for loop. So this sum line basically just adds up each latency as it comes in for a running total. Then the total line just increments by 1 per ping, which allows me to find the average a little later on. Next, this average line basically takes the sum divided by the total to find the average latency through all 10 pings. This next line, the echo, is what I'm printing out. Echo allows me to print out whatever I want. Here you can see I have your average latency in the given period is, and then I have the average that we pulled from this last section. Then I used a pipe which allowed me to mail this quote. This right here, the network health report, is the email subject, and then I have it sending to my school email. To do this, I had to set up a dummy email with Gmail, and here I'll show you how I set this up. Here you can see when I scroll down the settings that I had to put in. I basically set up an email CNIT 361 test account with a password of server 361. That way I can send emails directly through that email. But I had to make a few changes to the Gmail settings, allowing a third party to send through it. Quite simple. Next, cron tab. This is how I was able to set it. This is how I was able to set it to send once an hour. As you can see right here, I believe it is minutes, hours, days, months, year. So here I have it set to send on the 0 minute of every hour, 0 through 23. So you can basically set this however you want, down to the minute. And this basically just tells the program to execute my script at each one of these times. That way I could set this to pull the latency at any given time, like congestion times, if I wanted to see how the network was going. My script can also be ran by just typing a simple command right here. As you can see, it'll take a little time to run through all 10 pings. But then it runs the script. finally, that'll bring me to the email. So I left this up last night in order to build up a few. As you can see, it's sent every hour on the hour with a simple message showing my latency average. This could be used in business today for quite a few reasons. Showing network health, it's good practice to keep a track of your latency, how the network is doing, and this also helps to set up a nice baseline in case problems do start happening. You can refer back and see how your latency should be. That way you can correct it in the future. This is a good way to show your boss that you're being proactive and trying to fix problems before they happen, or at least have a way to look back and be able to show where it started going wrong. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. Thank you very much.